What is happening to my tripod? Trying to position myself for this live stream. My tripod is not behaving. Hopefully it's not going to fall on me. Hopefully it's not going to fall on me. Oh dear. Hello everyone. Ifechi Family is live. Ifechi Family is live. Come in, my people, let's talk. Was struggling with my tripod, but now I think it's stable. I just uploaded a video and I thought, let me just come and while I'm still with my YouTube video, with YouTube channel top, while I'm still on it, let me come here and talk to us and find out how you are. How has your week been? How are things going on with you and your family members? How are you? That's the big question. How are you? How are you doing? How are things with you all? If you're out there, say hello. Double tap on the screen as well. Double tap. Say hello if you're there. The weather here in the UK is not too bad today. We are just enjoying the last bit of, I think we just entered autumn actually, because this is now October. We've entered autumn and the weather is definitely changing. And by end of this month, thank you for whoever has given me that thumb up. I appreciate you. Thank you. Even though nobody has said hello, but I can see the thumb up going up. Thank you for that. The weather, you can see, it's quite gloomy. As the British people will say, gloomy. The weather is gloomy, but at least it's wet. It's not wet. The weather is not wet. It's not raining. It's not cold either, because I mean I've just got short sleeve. I've just got short sleeve. So if it's that cold, I won't be able to dress like this. Each time I come on these live streams, you see loads of people. 1 minute you see 20, the next minute you see 15, the next minute you see 7, the next minute you see nothing. Still, somebody needs to tell me, let me understand what is happening, why, what is causing it, who are these people? Are they human beings or not? Oh God. Anyway, so I'm here, one of my impromptu live streams, just to chat to us. How are you? How are things going on in your life? You see, in the nature of work I do means that I speak to people a lot. I meet and speak to people. Well, I don't meet them face to face, but sometimes I meet them on Zoom. Sometimes I meet them over the phone. Sometimes I meet them in person. Yeah. And if you're there, give me a thumb up. Give me a thumb. Even if you don't want to say hello, you want to just listen to what I'm saying, that's fine. But can you thumb up the live stream? If you just double tap on your phone, then it will give a thumb up. I'm only going to be here for an hour and just chit chat. Sometimes it's good to just come out like this. And if people, find you online and they want to talk, Thank you for whoever gave me that thumb up, another thumb up. Thank you for that. The rest of you out there, it doesn't cost you anything to just double tap and thumb up the live stream. We're going to have a scheduled live stream on Sunday, as I normally do. I didn't do one last Sunday because it was family time. We all went out together. But this Friday, I'll be on Ifechi Health and Wellness, and we're going to talk about health. But today, I just came out for us to chat about what is going on. What is going on? What is happening? Why are people, most people anyway, or some people, unhappy with themselves? Because you have to be happy with yourself first before you can be happy with others. But unfortunately, some people are not even happy with themselves. And it makes me wonder why? The fact that you woke up this morning is not enough for you to be happy and grateful, despite the challenge, despite what is going on. Let me tell you something. As far as we are alive, as far as we are human beings, no matter what, we are going to have one thing or the other bothering us. If anybody tells you that I don't have any issues, I don't have anything bothering me, the person may not be telling us the truth, because there's always something. And if you think your own situation is worse than everybody's, listen to others. When I listen to people, I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I have Theresa's TV. Thank you, Theresa's TV. I also know that you come with your other name. Yeah, I can't remember the other name. It's not a familiar one. Yes, thank you so much. Let me make sure I can see from this phone so I can be replying to people from this phone. Yeah, I have another phone here. It's easier for me to see people from here than from the other one. Yeah. Thank you so much. Who is that person? Abdul, somebody who answers your name is being silly. So I've timed them out. Because when I saw that name, Abdul, I'm like, Abdul Basit? That's not my Abdul. He wouldn't be like that. So that Abdul Basit or whatever he is, I've always said this, when you come to a live stream, you listen to people, and then before you start typing nonsense. Anyway, Abdul, you're welcome. Theresa's TV, you're welcome. I saw your videos, your cooking. Your cooking is, I think you made Nigerian fried rice. I watch most of you. I watch you and I thumb up. If you don't see my comment, it doesn't mean that I'm not watching you. So Theresa's TV, yes, I watched your video about the yes, fried rice, and also you talked about yes, why you're losing subscribers. I think that was the latest video you did. Theresa's TV, are you still there? You talked about why you're losing subscribers. And yeah, that is common with everyone. I know that my subscribers were a lot more before, but obviously things happen. So if Teresa Steve is still there, I saw that your video complaining about losing subscribers. Don't worry. Once you know what you are here for, just continue. And Abdul, I can see you've started uploading more now, some videos now to bring your channel up again. I don't know what's been happening to your channel. Each time you build it up, something will happen. You talked about, I think the last two I watched, you talked about what is health, what is wellness. You talked about drinking water correctly. Yeah, That was your last two videos. I think you have three there. I've watched all three of them and I've given you a thumb up. Yes. Mommy Kathy winning, no. Winning what? Okay, you mean what? The question I asked. You mean the question I asked in my last video, where I sang a song and I said who will guess the verse in the Bible and stuff like that. Yeah, Kathy won. Beauty by NJ got it first, but she did not quite get it because she did not say, because in the, I know you're Muslim, Abdul, but in Christian Bible we have first and second Thessalonians, and Beauty with NJ said Thessalonians, but she got the chapter and the verses, but she just said Thessalonians. She didn't say first or second. But Kathy was spot on, that it is from First Thessalonians. So that's why she won the. I haven't even contacted her yet to give her prize. Just a little thing. If she was a monetized channel, I would have given her super chat. But she's not monetized channel, so I'm going to chat with her up to see how I'm going to give her the little thing she won, because I always like to keep by my promise. So you respect my religion. Oh, so we should all respect everybody's religion. Honestly, we should. I have to do it like that on Ifechi Health and Wellness. Okay, okay. I may look for something that I can use to form something and then ask a question. I'll think about it. We have live stream on Ifechi Health and Wellness on Sunday anyway. So this Sunday, we're going to be on Ifechi Health and Wellness. I can't even remember what the topic, I think it's around cancer. Yeah, because I'm big, as I'm talking about cancer, people are sharing things with me. I'm listening to things that talk about their family members or themselves being diagnosed or not getting themselves checked out on time and all that. So I have a lot of scenarios coming up regarding cancer. So on Sunday, we are going to be talking about cancer. So we should respect everybody's religion, because at the end of the day, yes, about cancer, yes. And at the end of the day, religion does not take anybody to heaven. So we have to respect each other. Whatever anybody believes in is their own decision, and we must respect that. Thank you for that, Abdul. And those of you in the background, remember to double tap to give me a thumb up. So today is one of those impromptu video, YouTube, oh God, come on, impromptu live streams that is not scheduled. We're just going to talk about life in general. I was earlier talking about the weather here in the UK. I can see I've still got my t-shirt and I'm comfortable. It's not cold. But end of this October, the clock will go, oh dear, backwards. Does it go backwards or forward? I keep forgetting which one. I think it's backwards. October backwards, a March forward. Yes, yes. So the clock will go back last Sunday of this month of October. And then now it's around 4:15 here in the UK. If you come here by end of this month, early November, I can't do live stream out here because you will not be able to see me. The whole place will be pitch black, dark, pitch dark. Yes, that's how UK weather is. During the summer, we may have sunshine until 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. But during the winter, it gets really dark from around 4 p.m. or even before 4 p.m. It starts getting dark. And it's also very dark. So it's very dark when people who go to work and come back, it's dark when you leave in the morning to go to work, and it's dark when you come back in the evening. Yes, that's how the UK weather is. It's for the 6 months, and then before you know it, will be in March, my birth month. The clock will now go forward again. And I don't know why they can't just leave it as it is. It's so confusing, especially people who are coming into the country new. They may not realize that the clock, I remember it happened to us once when we came into the UK newly. We did not remember to move the clock either backwards or forwards. I can't remember now, and it affected us then. Um, okay, yeah, that's why I really have taken it. In fact, the next maybe until end of this year, all my videos will be around cancer. I've got loads. I've got loads of things to talk about because when you start talking about certain things, people who know people, and from my own job as well, I know what's been going on. So I have a lot to talk about. It's serious, Abdul. It's really serious. So sad. How how I do the T-shirt with my name. Um, this one is a gift. But I have one that I actually, after I received this one as a gift, I'm like, oh, I love this. So I went and made one. I have one for Ifechi Health and Wellness. But it's a bit dark. It's not as bright as this. So I'm going to make another one for Ifechi Health and Wellness that is bright. I have one, but it's dark. The logo I chose, and it's my fault. I chose a darker logo, and the shirt wasn't bright as well. So I don't like wearing that one. But yeah, my next video coming on Ifechi Health and Wellness will be me with this top, exercising at the back garden for about the first 2 minutes, and then I sat down and I talked around exercise. So that will be the next video coming on Ifechi Health and Wellness next week. I just did exercise. Somebody was talking to me, oh, I can't exercise. Oh, my leg. And it's a younger person, and there's nothing wrong with their leg. It's just that they have not been exercising. Because your body will treat you the way you treat your body. So that video will be coming where I did a fun exercise after my 1 hour walk. I walked around for an hour. I came back and I thought, you know what, I want to do a video. So I did a bit of jogging for 2 minutes, and then I sat down for 6 minutes and talked. So that video will be coming. But today we are on a family channel, and it's about, so let's not go into the cancer issue now. We'll talk about that in detail on Sunday, because that's where the live stream will be. It's so worrying. The amount of people, I can't wait. Thank you so much for your support, Abdul. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You're very supportive, and I do not take it for granted. So regarding the T-shirt, I don't know. The one, if you go online, the one I forgot to answer your question. The one I did myself, as I said, this one is a gift from somebody who just lost my channel and they gave it to me. I'm like, oh, this is good. I need to make more for myself. So you go on Amazon, and then you just say, I can't remember what I did. If I find the company, I'll let you know. Yeah. If I find the company, I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. How I did it anyway. But it's once you put that you want a T-shirt with this name and YouTube logo, I'm sure online you find loads. But if I find anything, I'll let you know. So what am I saying before? Anyway, as you know, my Friday live stream is not structured. We go and talk whatever that comes to my mouth. If I'm talking something else and something else coming to my mouth, I'll jump to that one. That's how my Friday live stream is. It's not structured, but when we come on Sunday on Ifechi Health and Wellness, we have huge discussion about cancer and why it is on the increase. Oh, Ebu Niger, you met me today. Because the last time she said, oh, I didn't know you on live stream. I missed it. You got me today. Thank you for coming. Yes, Abdul is welcoming you. Happy weekend. Happy weekend to you too. Yes, I love Fridays because it's the start of my own weekend. I love Fridays. So I just most Fridays, if we're not going anywhere. We've already gone out today and back. And I say, let me just come out here for an hour and chat to my people. Yes, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I, I even want to ask you, Ebu Niger, where do you get all these your videos? Some of these stories are hilarious. And I wonder what is going on in the world. You know, thank you, ma. Okay, yes, you're very welcome. And I just wonder where God. That's why I always catch up with all your videos. That's where I hear some of the things. I catch up with your videos. I catch up with Chi Space when I want to know what's going on, like other things like that. And I heard from her video recently that we are going to be start paying tax to Nigerian government. Those of us who are abroad. I'm like, eh? Okay, from Facebook. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I think the one I watched, I've watched all of them anyway, all your videos. I think the last time you posted must be 5 days ago. I don't think I can't see because I get your notification. I don't think I've seen any notification apart from the one I watched 4 days ago. The doctor using this detector, whatever. I'm like, what? It's just crazy. What did Abdul say? And then you talked about somebody that broke the internet with what they were doing. I just replay everything just for support, and I give you a thumb up. And um, is your family here? Who are you asking? Is your family here? What does that mean? I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean, Abdul. But anyway, so the one I heard yesterday from Cheese Space is the fact that we in the UK will start paying taxes to Nigerian government. And I'm like, but what? As for what? We pay huge tax from our salaries here in the UK. Okay, we are your family. Okay, okay. We are. Is that what you mean to me? Okay, when you say we are, I thought you are asking question, but when you say we are your family, then I understand what you are saying. Yes, you are. You are. That's why I'm still on YouTube because of you lots. I can't just go. You remember the video I did the last time? I say why I'm leaving YouTube. People were like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I thought you meant it, including Ebu Niger, because she watched that video as well. Because I'm here. Because this is like having a second family. And I just love coming out here to meet lovely people like yourself who I may never meet face to face. But I have the privilege of meeting some of you 2 years ago when we traveled. And by the grace of God, when next we travel, I'm looking forward to meeting more people. Oh, and AA is in the building, paying double tax. Yes, exactly. AA, did you hear that? Yes, I'm glad AA is here because he's also in UK. Have you heard? I don't listen to Nigerian news, but when Cheese Space uploaded that, I said to Hobby, I said, did you hear that we're good? He said, yeah, that it's been in the news. I'm like, eh? Did you hear that? Eh, okay. But I think if they want to enforce it, the way they're going to do it is because I can't afford not to be visiting Nigeria. In fact, when I do retire in a year's time, after a year in March, when I'm due for retirement, when I retire, I plan to go to visit Nigeria more. So does that mean that they'll be taking my pension as from tax? I mean, to understand, this needs to make sense. Oh, Helen, all my lovely people are coming today. Yeah, Abdul, Ebu Niger, now Helen joined us. Before when I come out on this Friday live stream, I always see all these Indian people. One of them already been, and I've timed them out. One of them came, just looking at me. Remember last time I got you an old woman, and today I got one. His name actually was Abdul as well. Abdul Abdit. He said, "Hi, baby." So was that supposed to make me happy or sad? That's what he chatted. You saw a grown woman. Let me not say an old woman because I'm not old. If I'm old at 63, when I'll be 90, which will just be round the corner, what will I say? So I won't say an old woman, but looking at an older person like me, you say, hi, baby. What do you mean by Helen? Yeah, so I tapped the person out before you all came. I think Abdul saw that, but the name was Abdul as well. Abdul Update. I have to time the person out. I'm like, you don't know who your baby is. Do I look like one? What you get on these live streams, especially this my Friday live stream, what I get here, sometimes I'll laugh, sometimes I'll be angry, sometimes I don't even know how sometimes I'm indifferent. Oh my God. I won't pay anything to that country in terms of tax. Exactly. For what? I would like to meet you face to face. Yeah, if you are in Lagos, because our point is usually Lagos and then East. So this time, this time around, when we travel, I'm hoping to see if I can meet a few people, and in the East when we are there briefly, maybe where, and then when we come out in Lagos, I'll see. I may not. I don't think I'll have that kind of Lagos get together we had before, but if I can, I will arrange another one because I will love it. I love it. Or I may just see people as individuals. I'll see how it goes this time around when next I go. But yeah, I would love to see you too, Ebu Niger. If you're in Lagos, I won't bother you to start coming to me now. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. I would love to see you as well. But you're in Warri. For some reason, Warri has a bad reputation. When you say Warri Pikin, they're like, "Huh, Warri." It's just like when you say Calabar, please, Calabar or people, Warri people, no come for me. But when you say Calabar people, especially when it comes to being promiscuous, you say, oh, the Calabar women. And then when it comes to other rough life, they'll say, oh, Warri. So I don't know what that means. But if you're in Lagos, definitely I will make out time to see you. So, but mommy, you know me, I greet you every time with my picture. Of course. Of course, I know it's not you. I knew it wasn't you. You will not visit with me. If I come to Dubai again, when we came to Dubai, I didn't know you. But next time we visit Dubai, now that I know you are in Dubai, of course. Of course. I would love to see as many people as possible so I can put name to the face. Isn't it? Is that how you say it? Name to the face. Yes. You're in the background for now. That's fine. This is not going to be a long live stream anyway. I've done about half an hour, maybe another half an hour. I'll be gone. I just like to come out like this on Fridays when I'm free for us to just chit chat about what's going on in the week. And one of them this time being we in the diaspora from Nigeria paying tax to Nigerian government. For what? What are they even doing? What are they doing? Drink water for cough. Yes, I have my water here. Thank you. What are they even doing that I have to pay tax if even if it's necessary? And where would that tax be going to? Whose pocket? In their individual pockets as they normally do anyway. Okay, now winter will be cold in Dubai. When we came, it was September. It was the month of September. It was very hot. So, but I heard that December, January, and February are colder. Yeah, in Dubai. But when we came in September that year, the year we came, it was September. It was very hot. Abdul. Exactly, paying for some things. Because even if they really want tax to be paid, into whose account? For what? What are they going to use it for? At least here, when you get your salary every month, you see your NI taken, you see the tax taken, you see that taken, but you know what they're using the tax for. Every single time you see the road work, you see them doing this, we have water flowing, we have security, we have good roads. You know what they're using the money for. So if, oh, 29-year-old, yes, that one, isn't it? Yes. Yes, she left UK to go to her beloved country. And that was how she passed away. And people are talking about people in the diaspora paying tax. Nonsense. If it's a country that is well structured, things are happening, and they want people in the diaspora to support them in any way they can, that would be different. But in a country where nothing is working, the rich are becoming richer, the poor are becoming poorer, and they want diasporans to pay tax. They can wait till tomorrow. All it means is that some people, to be quite honest with you, some people who don't even care about going home will decide that if that is the case, we will remain where we are. When we pass away, we will be buried where we are. All this nonsense of taking people home when they pass anyway, I don't believe in it. So I've told my family, if I pass away here in the UK, that is my burial place. If, for example, it was when I'm in Nigeria, that's a different story. But all this nonsense of our Igbo people, because Yorubas don't do that nonsense, our Igbo people in particular, taking dead bodies home to be buried, for what? What does that mean? When somebody dies, their soul gone to hell or heaven. What are you carrying carcass about? You want to be buried with your own people according to the Bible? Really? That's the only part of the Bible we people know. Some people just quote the Bible out of context and they quote the bit that will suit them. Let me read comments. They need, okay, they need to tackle all sorts of things out there before thinking of taxing people. Absolutely. Rubbish people. Nonsense. Nothing works. Because if you can see water flowing, every home has lights, all the roads are good, people are not going are afraid of their lives, they can go in. When in those days, when I was growing up in Nigeria, we go out those to play when there's a moon. We go out and play in the moon in the night. Sometimes we'll be chased in to go and have a bath so we can sleep. Nobody fears anything. You can go to Mama Nkechi's house, they'll bring rice, everybody will eat. You go to Mama Emeka's house, they'll bring rice, everybody will eat. Now, nothing like that. No security, nothing is working. And you want to get money from from people in the diaspora to add to your I don't even know the word to use for them. What do you think about the police that came to Olivia's house when someone reported her about the safety of her kids? You know that thing? That was actually the first time I heard about this Olivia. I didn't know who she was. I didn't even know that she's a YouTuber. Whose video did I watch it? Oh God. Can't remember now who did it. And I listened to that live stream and I copied the name and I have to go and check her out. I went to check her out and she was I didn't see the video. I don't know whether it was on TikTok or on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, but just for the name. I don't do anything on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. I'll have those two, but I don't do anything there. So I don't know. I didn't see that particular video, but I saw the videos where she was talking about the police coming to her and her husband was pacifying her because of the way the police came to her. That was our aunt said anywhere she pass is where she wants to. Of course, anywhere I pass away, bury me there. They know, all my children know that too. I've told them. At the end of the day, what is this? When I have a friend here, her husband passed. They built this mansion in the east. She worked her socks off to be able to build that mansion. She never rested. She never took proper holiday. She never had any just work, send the money home, and the house was built. And at the end of it all, it's a result of that house that her husband passed because of people are jealous. They went home. Once they went home after that house was built, and that was it. The husband became unwell and passed away. And the whole family have not returned back to that mansion. Now, come on, what is it? But when he passed away, what happened? His body was still taken to those people that bite him. The body was taken back home because of our Igbo mentality. They took him there. His whole family, wife and 5 children, they are all here in the UK. They have not visited his grave since. It just buried and ran away because they're worried about their own safety. What does that mean? Why did you have to do that? Oh, because of the villagers will say, hey, we did. Which villagers? When people have to start making their own decision and forget about what people will say, that's when our life will become better. They took this man home, buried him in that compound, in that house that they built, which I thought, I heard that the relatives, the younger ones, have taken hold of that house. The woman that worked herself tired to build her home, she has not been back there. Her children have not been back there, but the husband's body was there. Nobody's taking care of the grave. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody was placing flower there. So why is it not better for you to do it where you are, where your families are, and where your grandchildren will be, so that they can at least go and remember you by going to the graveside, to be able to put flowers there, go there just as for a solemn moment. But when you take them home, what is that? What does that mean? Anyway, I've told my family, if I have to put it in my will, I will have a will. I haven't gone that far yet to put that in. I think we're going to renew our will because it's been years since we had that will. And for those of you who don't have a will, I don't know what you're waiting for. For example, we have our will. Our will is up to 20 years now. Our first will that we made is 20 years now. I'm still in my 60s. So, I made that will maybe when I was in my 30s or 40s. Have I passed away? No. I'm here. And I'm still going to be here for another several years, because you remember what AA said, 120. 60 years plus 100 to up to 120 is another 60 years. So why will I not make a will? Our Nigerian people have that mentality. I don't know about you, Helen, in Kenya. Do they have that mentality that you only make a will? It means you are going to pass away, and that people don't make a will because they're young. Oh, yeah, Kathy is here. Oh my God. I love today's live stream, because all my lovely people are coming. It's not those people that will come and be talking, hi, baby. Do I look like a baby too? Hi, God, no. This YouTube, it make me laugh, tire. When I finish, I'll go and tell Daddy, said, I have another person today, call me baby. He will be like, that's what you are now. He'll just joke about it as well. Yes, many more years. Yes, so a lot of people are afraid to write will. Yes, I've talked about it in my channel before. I'm going to maybe talk about it as a live stream one of these days in our family channel. I don't know why people are doing that. You're welcome, Kathy. Making dinner as I listen. Okay, Helen, that's fine. Every 5 minutes, the leader goes abroad. France, UK, exactly. Nonsense. That was, okay, anywhere she, okay, I've read that one. Hey, there's a question Ebu Naja asked me. I'm not shying away from that question. I'll come to it. I'll answer that question. It's an important question. I'll answer it and I'll tell you what I think, because the answer is, what do you think, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll tell you what I think, because everybody's opinion is so different. So I'll tell you what I think. Ebu Naija, I'm not neglecting your question. I'll come to it in a minute. I just want to catch up with all the messages. And I'll come to your question, because it's an interesting and important question. Which one? Hi, baby. Hi, Kathy. Honestly, I think it was only Abdul that was here when that chat came. And the person's name apparently is Abdul as well, but Abdul with a different surname. And he just looking at me. Eh? Just looking at me. After looking at me, you think you can chat. That's why sometimes I make a point of talking about my age so that people will know that the person sitting in front of them is an older, not old, because until I'm 100, I'm not old, an older woman sitting in front of them. I make a point of saying that. But despite all that, I still get, hi, baby. Hey, hey, whoa, I'm getting there, man. Ebu, I just said a lot of people are, I'm still going to come to your question. A lot of people are afraid to make a will. The mentality of our people, even, I don't know how to talk to our people again. And that it's not just people who are not educated, though. No, the educated ones. I know people who are professors, doctorate degrees, whatever. and you ask them about a will, they'll be looking at you. And they're older people, oh. I'm not talking about young. They're even older than myself. And they're still thinking about will. I'm like, hello? What is this with that people? They're afraid. Jesus. Even they just said that they're afraid to make a will. As what? Why? Because people think that if you make a will, okay, I made my will about over 20 years ago. I'm still here, Gidiwa, even feeling healthier and better. Eh? So, okay, thank you. Did you people see that? Can you people read what AA said? Her auntie made a will at 40. She passed away at almost 86. She lived another 46 years. I've known people who made a will and they lived for another 40, 50 years on top of that will or more. As I say, I made mine when I was, I'll go and check it out again and see the year. It must be 20 years ago, in my 40s, I made the will. We're talking about it the other day, myself and Daddy, and that we're going to, now that grandchildren are coming, we're going to, review the will and see what we need to tweak and all the rest of it. Death will come when it will come. That you make a will not make any difference. And that you don't make a will not make any difference. The only thing is that if you don't have a will, especially if you have some wealth, if you're in this UK, the government will take everything. Well, unless you are married and you have your spouse alive, most of the time, I don't know if you don't write a will, whether they will still automatically give everything to your spouse. I need to check that out. But I know that if you don't, or you don't have your spouse and you're just on your own, they will take everything, even if you have children. If you have not made that will and named those children, the government will decide how that will be sorted. So who have gained? Why will anybody be afraid of making a will? We're going to discuss that in our live stream, one of our family live streams. I've talked about it in my video about a year or two ago. I think we're going to revisit that because people are passing away left, right, and center. Families are into problems because there was no will when their parents pass away, and families are struggling and fighting each other because of who takes what. And that should not be happening. Emotional thing. Don't tell me that you don't have one, though. You see, the way this AA just wrote something, they look at with one eye like that. That's how I'm looking at her now. Can you imagine? Emotional. There's nothing emotional about writing a will because we are all going to pass away. And you know what? And I'm saying this not just for me to say, I'm not afraid of passing away. Maybe because I know that I'm not going to pass away soon, but I'm not afraid. Oh, yes, I'm prepared. That's why I'm prepared anytime. I live every day as if it's the last. I know I have a little bit of savings. I have plans to travel. I have plans to do this and that. Yes, but still, I live as if it's the last because it can be. After what happened to us last year, I know that we have to live our lives as if it's the last, especially since last year. I'm not afraid to pass away. So what he actually taught me was to, even though I try my best to do good, to be where people are, to help with charity, to help people I need to help, even though I do that, it has multiplied since last year because I thought what I learned last year showed me that anybody can just like that pass away without preparation. So there's nothing to be afraid about writing a will. Please, if you are an adult, 30 and above, and you're already having children, you're married, or even if you're a single person, consider writing a will. You can always change it as year go by. You can change it. Let me read comments. Emotional thing. There's nothing emotional about will. Or refusing to write will cause a lot of problems. Of course, it does. We see that all the time. So why will anybody think twice about writing a will? No, there's nothing emotional about it. Oh, one of our cousins passed suddenly at 49 here in the UK. Her house, she's still ongoing. She didn't make a will. Her ex-partner wanted Okay, here you go. You said it all. So, what is emotional about it? That's when the emotional thing starts. When you did not make a will, that's when the emotion will come. Because the emotion will be, oh, we are fighting after something left by our beloved one. That's when you have the emotion. But the emotion of writing a will, nothing like that. Please, if you have not written your will, maybe even writing a will make you to live longer. Because death will think, this person is writing a will. I'm not ready for you yet. To We have a lot of people already queuing up in their death, passing away. You're not yet one of them. That's how, honestly, I take this life so easy, especially since last year. Who no go no. I'll be what? As I say, our own is a bit old. We haven't renewed it, so we talked about it just this week that gone. We talked about it that we're going to look at it again and revamp it and add and see what we need to add to it. Okay, you mean government will take away some one property that doesn't? Of course, Ebu Niger. Of course, they will. They will take it. If you don't have a will, it's a big issue. So people must consider how early should one write a will. As early, you see you now, Helen, you have children, you're married. Once you start having children, it's time to make a will. If whether in your 30s, whether in your 40s, make a will as soon as you are married, for married people, and have, especially when you have children, please make a will. Because if anything happens to the husband, depending on the family situation, some of these family members will treat you badly. They will take away things. They won't even think that this man suffered and have got children and wife. They don't care. Write a will. Very important. Although I heard that Nigeria, that is what wants us to give them tax. I heard that sometimes they can even go behind with whoever they do the will with, and change things when the person passes, or even when the person is very unwell. They can do things. I heard it can't happen here. Yeah. It can't happen here because it will be prison sentence. Nobody can change. In fact, you don't even keep your will at home. Your will is stored somewhere. It's not even with the lawyer. It's not with you. They have a somewhere they they store the will, and when the time is right, they will bring it out, well sealed. The will not be opened when it's read in court. It's well sealed, and they will say that this is the last testament of so so and so. So please, Helen, this is the time. You have children, you're married. Think about it. Please write a will. It might just be a simple thing. If anything happens to me, everything goes to my children. If anything happens to me, everything goes to my wife and children. If anything happens to the wife, everything goes to my husband and children. That's why I always talk about couples doing things together, being together. Some people, I heard again, will do horrible things to their spouse to pass away because of what is in the will. Hey, oh my God, I've heard that. That because of will. That's why, that brings me to, I remember something now. Somebody was saying before, like because of what happened to his friend who wrote a will, a rich man who wrote a will, because of what the wife did that led to the man's demise, that they're refusing to write a will. Yes. Somebody's actually, I just remember this now. So some of the time, it may be the reason. Because some of these gold diggers, some of these heartless people who are only, I just did a video before I started this live stream talking about this kind of people who are just marrying people because of money, what they can get, financial gain. Not that they love them, not that they care, but it's the money. And when the money is no longer there, their behavior changes. So I just remember this story where this man regretted writing a will because as soon as the woman knew that he wrote a will, and because he gave most of the things to the wife and left some for the children, she was so impatient. She wants to start enjoying the will as if she has her own life in her hands, as if she knows what will happen tomorrow to her. Why are people like this? What is this a craze about money? What is it? Let me read. Biko, what does it take to write a will? Is it for people who have something somewhere? Yes. For example, if you have your own property to start with, if you're renting house, you know, and you don't have any business, like you have a registered business in your name, Kathy and Co. Limited, for example, or you have all these houses in Banana Island and Lekki, that side of Lekki and stuff like that. Yes, that's the time you have to make a will to write those things so your children will not fight over it and nobody will fight your children over it or over those things. Yes. But if you don't really, only starting life, you are or still maybe still renting, you don't own your own property, you don't own your own business. I mean, you may think that it's not necessary. But if you have anything of value, no matter how little that thing, if you have anything of value, no matter how little, please make a will. Make a will. Helen, what if you don't have any property? Okay, if you don't have any property, there's nothing to write in a will about your property. You don't have property. If you don't have business, there's nothing to write in the will about business. So, to be quite honest, let me even tell you, let me even tell you this. Some one man was saying about this will. Said one person said that his father passed away and left them with financial burden, never mind will. The man did not write any will because he didn't have anybody, anything. But actually, his family were the ones that suffered. Unlike some other families, when their parents pass, they have things. For example, in this UK in particular, if you have a house, ah, we see because of the length of time we've been in the UK, we have bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold, and this is the fifth place we now bought that is going to be our retirement home because it's a bungalow. So because we own our own house, we have to do a will. Because if anything happens to us, the children will have to know what to do with the house. But we have to spell everything out. And to make it fair, you can do percentage, the same percentage for everyone. If you start having grandchildren, know how many percentage you do. Just make it simple so that they don't fight over anything when you pass. But if you don't have your own home, you don't have any business, maybe it's not the time to do a will. But when you start accumulating things, think about it. It's a time to think about will. This life no balance. Yes, so yes, so or maybe can you manifest on a will? Like I say, my first daughter will take my first car, and you don't have, but you believe the day will have come. Of course, you can say things that are not as if they are, and our words can actually manifest things. Yes, you can say that, but until listen, but until you have it in hand, it's not by manifesting it and you go and start writing a will, because I know that I'll have a car, and my first daughter will have this car. You go and write a will and put in the will thing. Watch it, wait until that manifestation comes to real, and you have the car key in your hands. You can now put it in the will. Otherwise, let it remain verbal manifestation, verbal pronunciation, things you want to happen in your life. Of course, I do that a lot. I stand in the mirror and I affirm and I tell God what I want about myself. If you see me hyping myself in front of the mirror, sometimes daddy will hear me, he'll say, this woman, sometimes he's fed up with me. I'll stand there and hype myself. I say, hey, God's creation, oh, look at me. Look at 64-year-old. Look at, see backside now. See this now in the mirror. Daddy would be like, what have I done to this woman? I do that often. Honestly, I hype myself. If you don't say that you are, nobody will say that you are. If you don't say that I am, nobody will say that you are. You have to say I am. Oh, I am this. I am that. That's why I hear people talking about when I was growing up. Even my parents, even my teachers say that I'm stupid. So, and they'll just grow up being stupid. Even if your parents say, even if your teachers say, stand in the mirror, call yourself meeting, call yourself meeting and tell yourself what you want to hear. Stand in that mirror. Oh, I'm glad this live stream today has taken a different turn. You see, that's why I love my Friday live stream. So I can't say, oh, we have gone out of the topic. Oh, we have gone out of the topic. No, because Friday topic, we can go into anything we want to. Today we're talking about will. Today we're talking about self-affirmation. What did Kathy say that you are laughing? let me read. Let me read. God, I beg you. This life no bad. I've read that one. He said, Mommy, I beg you. I wanted to start manifesting it in the will. You have to start manifest before you write. You can't start manifesting in a will, oh, because will is a serious business. Will is not something unless you want to do will, your own will, personal in the house type of will. We have a box in our house where we keep things that we don't want to miss, and we lock it. We have a box like that. For that kind of manifestation, Helen, you can start doing that in that your box at home. Don't take it out there to proper will writing people, because one, it costs quite a bit of money to write a proper will. Yeah, it costs some money. You don't just go there, meet it, because you have to be lawyer will be involved. So writing a will is not a child's play. So, but this type of will you're talking about, Helen, start writing it in your own. Find a box, lockable box in your home, and start writing it there. That manifestation, and anything you want, you bring it out and manifest and pronounce and say things. You can even stand in the mirror and demonstrate how you are going to be in that your car. You can stand in the mirror and say, this is how I'm going to be driving my car. God is going to happen. Don't go to such churches so that will tell people to raise up their Bible, to raise up their phone, and that before they finish service, alert everywhere for them to get money to buy. I'm not talking about that. God is not a magician, but it's something you can do one-on-one with God in your home. Tell God what you want and walk towards it. I forgot to add that. Tell God what you want and walk towards it. You can't just say, I want a car, and you're there every morning. You flick from one TV channel to the other. You do this, and then in every minute, you fire prayer. God, I want a car, and it has to be Mercedes, because our Nigerian people are Mercedes 5 and 6. It has to be Mercedes. God, I want a car, and after that, you go and drink ogogoro. You go and play chess with your mates and drink. You can pray that kind of prayer till thy kingdom come. Nothing will happen. But when you want to do those things, follow it with action. This is what I'm doing towards it, God. This is how I'm working hard towards this car that I want to have. I need to have a car because I have these children and I don't want us to be using public transport all the time. I want us to be using our own car to get about. And you start working towards it. You have to work hard. You can't just be there and saying it. Like in those churches, they ask people to raise their Bible, raise their phone, and that they start seeing alert. And those people don't see any alert. And next Sunday, when they ask to do that, they still stupidly raise their phones again. I wonder, some of these churches, do they put something on the floor? As soon as you enter there, your brain goes. Be careful, if that is what they do, because when I saw some of these people in those churches, I just wonder, are they with their right senses? They told you this Sunday, it did not manifest. They told you the next Sunday, and you still bring your phone and raise your phone up. Hello, what is wrong with you? I heard of people, I don't know where in Nigeria, saying that a rapture is coming, and they all went to the bush or they went somewhere waiting for rapture. Which bit of the Bible do we not understand? Did the Bible not say that when it will happen, that there won't be any warning? 2 people will be in the field plucking something. 1 will be taken and 1 will be left. 2 people, 2 women will be in the market. 1 will be taken, 1 will be left. Nobody gives you warning of rapture. But this particular church, I heard it online. told their church members. So they all went to the bush or to somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember the story. Waiting for rapture. And they said they waited for weeks. Nothing happened. People who should be working and feeding their children. Eh? Somebody passed behind me and he's daddy wants to go out. Instead of coming from the front of the house, he came from the he came from the back garden. I don't know whether you just saw somebody that just passed now because he's driving out. He came from the back garden to drive outside so that he don't come into my live stream. Yeah, he's driving. He's driving out. Bye. Eh? Which bit of the Bible do we not understand? Let me see if I have missed any chat before we continue. I write mine in a diary and keep it where no one sees it. That one is fine. Helen, did you hear that? You can do that, but please don't go and do it as a will with a lawyer until it manifests and you see it in your hand. Because where the alert won't come from now. Oh, Kathy, haven't you heard of those churches that is in Nigeria? I see that all the time. I don't know. And people stupidly, you see them raising their phone. See them raising their phones, and I'm like, what is going on? And that makes me to wonder if there's something that they do in such churches where people, as soon as you enter, as soon as you put your leg there, that thing will catch you and you don't think again. I think so, because if not, anybody with their right senses will not be doing that kind of nonsense, raising your phone up because you're going to get an alert. What? How is that? That is fine. He just went out. He just went out. Yeah. Our last son is with us for this last few weeks. So he's gone somewhere and he wants to go and meet him there and they'll come back together. They won't be long. They come back together. He's here with us this weekend. So yeah, that is doing great. That is doing great. To glory be to God. Yes, I'm so happy and grateful to God for what He's done for us. So today's live stream gift, we're just talking about various things. We're just talking about, since I started, we've talked about this, we talked about that. Friday's live stream is whatever comes up. Ebu Niger, if you're still there, before I answer your question, if you're not there, then don't bother about the question you asked. But if you're still there, I'll remember your question and I'll answer it. So if you're still there, Ebu Niger, say hi so I can answer your question. Did you people, Helen and who is still there, Kathy and whoever is there that was here before, did you hear what Gift just wrote? No wonder Gift, somebody came here and chatted me, hi baby. Hi baby. That's what's you say I'm looking more beautiful. Maybe that's why. Hi. Oh my God. Sometimes when I get these compliments, I thank God. I can't say, oh, it's God, though. No, I thank God, but I am the one that is doing the possible and living the impossible with God. I'm not one of those people that when you tell, hey, you're looking good for your age, no wrinkles, where is this, where is that? I say, hey, thank God, though. Yes, so I thank God. I'm grateful to God. However, it is not God. It's me. I'm doing the possible and then leaving the rest to God to do the impossible. All this saying is God, though. You don't work hard and you think that God will do it for you because He has been prophesied in your church that you're going to go to university, and you don't work hard for university and you think you get in. You can't think again. So do what you've got to do. Thank you, my lovely. It's people like yourselves. You see, all you people on my channel, you're all young people. Most of you younger than this October, My oldest son turned 40. How many of you are up to 40? My oldest son turned 40 this October. So when I think of having a 40-year-old, and I remember like yesterday when he was born, I'm like, is that how time flies? I remember the labor. I remember what happened. I remember the joy in the family, because that's the first grandchild in a Zirim family, and the happiness and everything is like, whoa, now 40 years gone. So that actually, the only time I think about my age is when I remember that, oh my God, my oldest is now 40. That makes me think about old or getting old. Remember, we're not old until I'm 100. So that makes me think about getting older. Like, he's 40? How? Where? When? Oh, Musisi is here. Musisi Kizito. Welcome. Today's live stream, you met us. All my lovely people are meeting us this live stream today. Oh. I did one last Friday. I didn't see most of you because it's an impromptu one. I just come out at odd time, hoping for the best. And today, oh my goodness, you all have surprised me. All family members are here on the live stream today. Not all those Indian people, although Musisi, somebody came initially when Abdul was here, and the person's name actually was Abdul as well, but it's a different surname. And the person typed, "Hi, baby." Musisi, do I look like a hi, baby? I actually did not take that as a compliment. I did not. So I timed the person out for 24 hours. I know I'm not going to be here for 24 hours, but I timed them out to go and find their baby where they left her. See an old grandmother. They're saying, hi, baby. What kind of nonsense is that? I don't take that as a compliment. So I sent them to their forefathers for 24 hours to reset their brain. What is that? Oh, really? 4 years ahead of you. You see? See, all you people are younger people. And because I mingle with you, that's why I feel the way I feel. That's why I look the way I look. Because in my own brain, I'm all of you. I'm your age group in my brain. And you see, you are what your brain thinks you are. But it's true. Now, no, I'm not joking. You are what your brain thinks you are. If your brain is constantly saying, oh, I'm old, when I speak to some of my clients, I look at their date of birth. When they tell me, I'm old, I look at their date of birth. I'm 7, 8, 9 years older than they are, but they're telling me about old. And I'll just smile because I have to be professional. I can't talk about age. And I just smile. And to me, I'm like, oh my God, what? Stop talking. I only mention age in my live stream so that people will understand. Especially those who are typing hi, baby, will know that I'm not a baby. I'm not their hi, baby. But when you mingle with younger people, you start acting their age, your brain starts resecting towards that kind of age, and you hardly age easily. And you smile a lot. And I smile a lot. my reply my reply was to time them out. My reply was to time them out. No, Musisi, you're older than my older son. Don't, you're playing with me. You're older than my older son, Musisi. You're just being funny. Yeah, I think you're older than him. I think we have talked about your age before, years ago. I think you're a bit older than he is. I think. I might be wrong, but never mind. Age is only a number. You don't look it anyway. When you're dancing, that's your dance. You don't look it. Yeah. The reply was to time them out. I sent them to their forefathers for 24 hours. Yes. All your smiles were taken away by that. Yeah, I wasn't smiling at that time. I'm like, I was actually shocked. Hi, baby. Did you see the person sitting in front of you doing this live stream? Or or is anything missing? So that wasn't funny. I wasn't laughing at the time. There was no need to laugh. You don't address me like that. Backbencher AA, I know you're here. The tracker is on. Yes, AA was here. She's been chatting. We've been chatting. We've talked about the UK wanting us to pay tax. Friday live stream, we cover anything that anybody says. I thought that Ebu Najamama is still here. She asked me a question. I wanted to answer that question, but she's not here anymore. So I won't go to the question because some of you may not even know the person she was referring to. But if she's here, I would have answered her question and tell her what I think about what she asked. She's still here. I know that. Yes, probably she will now come out that you mentioned her and that she's seen that you're here. She will come out to have a go at you. Musisi, what did you say? Yeah, she's been here. We've been chatting. She's been commenting, talking about UK, Nigerian government wanting us who are in the diaspora to start paying them tax and stuff like that. So yeah, we've been here chatting. And yeah, I normally just do the live stream on Fridays like this, just for an hour, just to come out, chit chat. We have chatted, and we'll be rounding up shortly. You know how to handle her to say something. Okay, because she told me she's going to be in the background doing something. So I don't know whether she is able to type or write something. I'll be here for let's see, another 5 minutes. Then we'll round up. Kathy, forgetting the forgetting the song I sang, the Bible verses correctly. Beauty by NG got it first before you because I see when people drop their comment. So she actually um got it before you. However, she did not get it quite right. She only said Thessalonians. She didn't say First Thessalonians. That's how she failed it. But she got the Bible verse and she got the chapter and the verses. She got those right. But she did not say First Thessalonians because Thessalonians have got first and second. So that's how she failed it, and that's how you are the winner. And the plan is to supercharge the person, but obviously your channel is not monetized. It's not a lot of money. It's not monetized. So I'm going to tell you how much it is, and then tell me how you want it. Yeah, because when I promise something, I keep to it. I keep to my words because you got it right. And for those of you who have not watched that video, go and watch that video, but you don't have to say the Bible verse anymore because Kathy has got it. But I can still sing the song. Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. Yes, it's in 1 Thessalonians 5, 16, 17, and 18. They are very short verses. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing. In everything. It did not say in some things. So even if you are in a bad mood, sometimes it's difficult, isn't it? To give thanks in everything. It is very difficult, including myself. I find this difficult sometimes to give thanks in everything, but that is what the Bible says we should do. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. That thing that you think may be horrible thing happening to you, maybe God allowed it for a purpose. For example, the challenges we faced last year, God allowed it for a purpose because it had made me to be a better person. It has actually taught me who people are. Some of the people that I didn't know, I thought they were with me, they were friends, they were this or that. But our challenges last year showed me what people are. You see? So God allows certain things in our lives actually for a purpose. What happened last year taught me a lot. It showed me, it opened my eyes a lot. Yes. So anything that you're going through, provided you're still alive and you are going through, be rest assured that is for a purpose. There's a lesson. All you have to do is be patient, listen to God. Turn tigana. People will say turn tigana, meaning put your ear down and listen to God. Open your eyes wide and see what God is showing you through that situation, and you'll be amazed. Go away. And you'll be amazed. So it's not everything that we want everything to be go the way we want it to be happy and everything. No. Sometimes God allows certain things in our lives. Better come and listen to host that she can keep her word. But when it comes to any from any embarrassment from a human woman, she cannot withstand. See, that one is part of showing people exactly. I don't know that I don't withstand it, but I have to do that for the person to understand that I've actually taught the person how to behave. If I can't stand it, I would have been so upset. Even though I've asked him to go, I would have been so upset. I would have been like, what do you mean? I had worse last Friday. Somebody typed something worse that I don't even want to repeat here, And then the person later came back and apologized and said that, oh, I didn't mean this. Yeah. But this other person, not that I can't, if I can't withstand that, it's just because I don't like the way the person addressed me. But it does not mean that I'm upset. It didn't upset me because it did not make me to change my mood or the topic of this live stream. The thing, I don't like distractions. When people come with such distractions, I start talking about it. I start addressing them and lose focus. So, Musisi, behave yourself. I did not do that. And AA will testify to that. What I chased away, it's like a bee or a fly, something, because I'm in front of the house and you can see all those flowers. They sometimes they bring some of these flies or bees. Sometimes the flowers bring the bees or things. Yeah, that's what I was chasing away so it doesn't sting me. Yeah. So, oh my God, Daddy is back, and he's coming back with her last son. So I'm going to end the live stream now. I don't want them to show, but they won't show, will they? You can't even see the car coming, but you can just hear it here. I don't want to embarrass them by. I don't want to embarrass them. See them. See them there. See them, but I won't show you properly. I won't show their faces before they ask me, what, why? You're going to come in my, Huh? You're going to show in my listing. You want to come and say hello? It's a live stream. Live stream? Yeah. Come and say hello. No, I'm good. Did you hear that? He said, no, I'm good, thanks. Say hello. Say hello. See, you're going behind, they won't see you, but they can hear you. Say hello then. They can just hear your voice. You know, he's gone in. You do. That's not nice. Can you say hello? Can you say hello even if they don't see your face? It's not that it's our youngest son. Say hello. They are waiting. They're saying they're waiting for your hello. 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 You people hear him. That wasn't Daddy. Daddy's gone through the back door. I was about to zoom in. Yes, I saw just said hello. I don't know whether you heard him, but Daddy's gone through the back door. You can see him moving the bin at the back door, so he's gone through there. You can close the door. Yeah. Yeah, because he's gone through the door. Anyway, he said hello to you. That is chicken away, but don't worry, he won't hide too long, because December is round the corner when it will be our wedding anniversary, and I'm going to drag him in, because last December I could not, because you know what happened last December, but this December, hopefully he'll join me in our wedding anniversary live stream to just talk little, just to say hello to the family, because you've not seen him for a while, have you? So December is round the corner. Hopefully we'll do a live stream together to celebrate our 41 years of church wedding and 42 years of traditional marriage, by the grace of God, and still counting, and still smiling, and still annoying each other. No, I'm not. I'm the one that annoys him. I'm the one. I'm the troublemaker. He's cool. He's cool as cucumber. Anyway, we have to stop the live stream now. Thank you, my lovely people. As always, whether planned or unplanned, you people don't disappoint. Whether planned or unplanned, you don't disappoint. I've enjoyed myself today, and we have talked about will. Musisi, do you have a will? Yeah, before we round up. Musisi, because he wasn't here when we talked about will, was he? To round this live stream up, Musisi, have you got a will? Yes or no? We talked about that at length today. Ooh! See who came to annoy Musisi before I finish. Yeah, she is. Did you hear that? She's about to settle down with her copper. Eh? Is the Sunday one that we do for longer, but this Friday one I always do it for 1 hour, and I've already spent 1 hour and 22 minutes, so we have to end it. Go and have your cuppa in your room, in your living room. Put your feet up. Have your cuppa. Do you have a wee bit of milk in it? Because Scottish will say, I want a wee bit of milk in my coffee or in my cuppa. Go and put your feet up, and they'll say to you, put your feet up and enjoy your cuppa. So, you put your feet up, enjoy your cuppa, because we are ending the live stream. Now that you are here, exactly. Both of them, I will be in the background. Yes, he said that. I told Musisi that you have been here. Yeah, you said you'll be in the background. No, she has been here. She has been here, Musisi. I told you when you asked, didn't I? Yeah, we have finished talking. Musisi, you didn't answer my question. We talked about having a will. Have you got your will? Have you made a will? Or are you one of those that think that if they make a will, it means they're going to pass away tomorrow? I cannot. All you do to be there forever. You cannot make a will, yeah? You want to be here forever. You won't make a will, okay? Continue. You will live forever. Of course, nobody will live forever anyway. Nobody will live forever. However, not yet. Okay. Once you start having family, have children, have wife, you have properties. I don't know. I think you're a business person. I think you must have some assets. It's time to consider making a will, so that the government or the people will not take what belongs to you. So it's good to start thinking about it. And for those who think that when they make a will, it means something will happen, I've had mine for over 20 years, and we're going to renew it very soon, and so on and so forth. So it's nothing. All it does is gives you rest of mind. So if anything happens, you know that you're sorted, your family, you're not going to leave them fighting against over nonsense, nothing, really. You don't want that. Okay, thank you everyone for being here today. We are ending it on Sunday. We're going to be on Ifechi Health and Wellness. I have this series. No, as I'm talking about cancer, there are some scenarios coming. So I'm going to be uploading those scenarios, and on Sunday we're going to talk. I can't. I think AA suggested something that made me to say that we are coming to health and wellness on Sunday to talk about. I can't remember, but I can't even remember the title I gave the live stream. But it doesn't. Whatever title I gave it, if there's anything that we need to talk around health, around cancer, the type of food we eat that may be contributing to that, we're going to cover them all on Sunday. I cannot entertain her silence in the background. That's why she came. So she came so you can hear her before we round up. And I'll see you all on Sunday by the grace of God. I was not silent. I was busy. Yeah, she has not been silent. She's been very chatting and then she became busy. Yeah. Okay, my lovely people, let's call it a day. Hold on. Let's call it a day. Okay. That's my surrounding people are taking their being in over there. Yep. Okay, my people. Bye. See you on Sunday. Funke and Spice. Yeah. Hopefully they will be here on Sunday on her hair. Okay, bye everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you. See you Sunday. God bless you all.